Alright, March 29 detox. This is March 18th, Monday, March 18th, and it is, do your math, 18th day of my detox. So, last few days, not a whole lot of change. Basically, what's happened is I've gotten a small coffee sometime in the morning. This morning, it was kind of first thing on the way to work, and I think yesterday I managed to wait a little bit, or no, yesterday was also first thing, and the day before was kind of midday, mid-morning, whatever. But that was it, and again, it was just from McDonald's, so cheap little coffee. And the rest of the day, tea is fine or nothing. I've also noticed that my appetite has changed. I'm able to go fairly long through the morning without food, so this was another principle of my past detoxes, was I would make a point of not eating after 7 p.m. and it was harder at that point because in the past I used to work more later afternoon and evening shifts, so I would sometimes work in the afternoon for a few hours, come home for a few hours, and then go back to work for a few hours. I live fairly close to work, and with childcare and all that stuff, it sort of worked with my schedule, and my employees work at all different times. So, that's sort of what, at that point, you know, it wouldn't be uncommon for me to get a coffee or to get a snack, whatever, on the way back to work in the evening. So, and then I'd be working through to midnight. So, but now I'm up at 4 in the morning. I'm basically going to sleep around 7:30 or whatever. So, so that's not a big deal. So basically, I finish eating around 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and oftentimes I'm not eating my work lunch, whatever, until 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and so that is, you know, 15, 16 hours in between meals, which is quite good. So, so they got the one coffee, and then we got the meal thing, and okay, fair enough, it's not exactly the most exciting topic, but one way to tell that you have a successful detox, I believe, is how many times you have to do a bowel movement. So I find that before, when I'm drinking lots of coffee, I often, for sure once, oftentimes twice a day. Since and also the carbs not being part of this, I've gone 2 or 3 days at times without doing a bowel movement, and not even really the kind of a push. A lot of what I'm eating now is being used up by my body. So, and when I eat something, very little waste products in what I'm using up. So, so things like that, and I think that's a good sign of health. If you're eating something and you suddenly feel an urge to go to the washroom right after that, it kind of tells me that your body's saying, no, we don't want this. Or in order to make room for this, we really got to get rid of some other stuff. So, so I think that's a good sign. And again, the money's pretty good, so I have to keep reminding myself that this is day 18. And so that basically means, you know, up to yesterday, that was 17 days times, I don't know, what is it, $12 a day on average, you know, $200. So that's not insignificant, and you can imagine, you extrapolate that over 1, 2 months, 3 months, etc. But that's hard to think that far ahead. And so it's easy to say, okay, it doesn't really make a difference if I just go this one time. It's that one time where it leads into another time, another time, another time, and then we're back to the same old habits. And this is the whole goal, this is to change habits. So yes, I had a coffee, or I'm having coffees maybe 1 a day, but I'm able to, I really feel more that I'm able to forego it, or ask myself again if I really want it, or just remind myself about the money I'm saving and my health and all that. So the aches, I wouldn't say they've stopped, but they've lessened. the initial aches I have, where it's almost every part of my body feels like it's really aching, that's gone away. I'm doing some hard labor at work right now, in the arena I work at, and so it's being amplified by that. Some of my stuff in my back, especially, and my legs, but you know, and my rotator cuff has been a bit of an issue for a little while, so that's kind of bothering me when I sleep. But they seem to trace back to other things, whether I hurt myself working out last year, or it's the work I'm doing, not specifically with anything else. So once these settle themselves, and maybe I do a little bit of a workout just to try and ease the pain, I'm probably better off. And again, I think that's all diet related as well. So anyways, there's my update for today. We'll leave it at that. And it's a lot of status quo these days, so if it stays the same, probably looking at longer intervals, 3 or 4 days between reports. So that's a good thing, I think. Okay.